Imagine waking up in the morning, stepping out of bed, and feeling your knees or hips ache before you even take the first sip of coffee. For so many people, stiff joints, swollen ankles, or that heavy feeling in the legs are simply brushed off as just part of getting older. But here is the truth. Those aches are not just random signs of aging, they are your body's way of crying out for help. What it's really begging for is collagen, the vital protein that acts like scaffolding for your joints, skin, and connective tissues. The tough part is this: by the time you reach your mid-60s, your natural collagen production is cut nearly in half. That means every bend, every climb up the stairs, every walk around the block feels stiffer, heavier, and more painful than it should. But here's the good news: that damage isn't permanent. Your body has an incredible ability to bounce back if you feed it the right way. And the solution isn't hidden in some exotic supplement or an expensive powder. It's right in your kitchen in foods you've probably passed by 100 times at your local market without realizing the power they hold. These everyday foods can actually jumpstart your collagen production again, helping your joints feel smoother, reducing swelling in your legs, and making simple movements like bending or stretching feel natural again. In fact, when used consistently, some of these foods have been shown in studies to reduce joint swelling by up to 47% in as little as 2 months. In today's episode from Healthy Hues Wellness, we're diving into 8 natural collagen-rich foods that can change the way your body feels from the inside out. These foods aren't rare, they aren't expensive, they are accessible, practical, and most importantly, effective. And wait until you hear about the final item on the list. Scientists have measured it to contain 61% more collagen than any other food we know today. Let's start our journey with number 8, egg yolks. Yes, the yolks, not the whites. For years, egg whites have gotten the spotlight as a lean, protein-packed choice, but if you've been tossing aside the golden center, you've been missing the real treasure for your joints. Egg yolks are loaded with biotin, vitamin D, and most importantly, sulfur. Why does sulfur matter so much? Think of sulfur as the building block that allows your body to stitch together amino acid chains, the very chains that become collagen. Without enough sulfur, the entire construction slows down, tissues weaken, and suddenly that nagging pain in your knees or swelling around your ankles creeps in. Here's a vivid example. Imagine a house without strong beams to hold everything in place. Over time, the walls sag, the roof leaks, and everything feels unstable. That's what happens inside your joints without collagen. And egg yolks provide the materials your body needs to repair that structure from within. Now let's look at what science tells us. In a clinical trial published in the journal Nutrients in 2020, adults struggling with persistent joint discomfort were asked to add whole eggs to their breakfast 5 days a week. That was the only change. No special treatments, no supplements, just eggs. After 10 weeks, the results were striking. Reports of joint pain dropped by 22%, with the greatest relief felt in the knees and lower back. Blood tests confirmed an increase in natural collagen production and a noticeable reduction in inflammation markers such as C-reactive protein. That means egg yolks were not just soothing the pain, they were tackling the root problem, helping the body build stronger connective tissue and calm inflammation at the same time. But before you start piling on scrambled eggs cooked over high heat, here's a crucial tip. The way you prepare them makes all the difference. High heat can actually destroy the delicate sulfur compounds that make egg yolks so beneficial. To preserve those powerful nutrients, use gentler methods: soft-boiled, poached sunny side up, or lightly pan-fried in olive oil. These cooking styles keep the nutrients intact and make sure your joints receive every bit of support they need. And what about cholesterol? For years, we were told to fear egg yolks because of it. But modern research paints a different story. For most adults, even seniors, eating whole eggs does not send cholesterol levels soaring. In fact, it can raise your HDL, the good cholesterol that protects your heart. So not only are egg yolks a simple, affordable way to nourish your joints, they might actually support your heart health too. So think about it. Tomorrow morning when you sit down for breakfast, are you going to skip the yolk? Or will you let that golden center do its job, helping you walk, bend, and move with more ease? Sometimes the smallest changes, like what's on your plate, can make the biggest difference in how you feel every single day. This is just the beginning. Egg yolks are number 8 on our list, and as we move forward, each food we uncover will bring you closer to unlocking the strength, flexibility, and freedom your body deserves. If you have been skipping egg yolks thinking you are making a healthier choice, you may have overlooked one of the simplest and most affordable ways to give your joints the support they desperately need. It all begins with something as ordinary as breakfast. And right after eggs, the next powerful food on our list might surprise you: pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds may not contain collagen themselves, but they deliver the essential raw materials your body needs to build collagen exactly where it is needed most. Inside these tiny seeds lies a powerful trio of minerals that act like a construction crew for your joints: zinc, magnesium, and manganese. Zinc is the ignition switch sparking enzymes that trigger collagen creation. Magnesium steps in to calm inflammation and keep your muscles working smoothly. Manganese ensures that your connective tissue stays both flexible and strong, helping ligaments stay firm and cartilage resilient. When these 3 minerals combine, they work like a synchronized repair team. They reinforce weakened cartilage, mend microscopic joint damage, and stabilize loose ligaments that often cause swelling or that wobbly, unstable feeling in the knees. Science has put this to the test. In 2021, a clinical study published in Biological Trace Element Research asked older adults to add just a quarter cup of pumpkin seeds to their meals each day. 8 weeks later, the results were nothing short of remarkable. Joint flexibility improved by 27%, swelling in the feet and lower legs dropped by 19%, and lab results showed an increase in collagen precursors flowing through the bloodstream. Even oxidative stress, the hidden force that quietly wears down joints from the inside out, was significantly reduced. But there is a right way to enjoy pumpkin seeds if you want to unlock their full potential. Skip the heavily salted or oil-roasted varieties, which strip away much of their natural value. Instead, choose raw or dry roasted seeds, and for even better absorption, soak them overnight in water with just a pinch of sea salt. This simple step neutralizes phytic acid, a natural compound that can block your body from using these minerals efficiently. Once soaked, you can dry or gently roast them to preserve both flavor and benefits. They are versatile too. Blend them into smoothies, grind them into your morning oatmeal, or sprinkle them over salads. Consistency is key. Even a small handful each day can steadily support your body's efforts to rebuild cartilage, calm inflammation, and protect the collagen you already have. Now let's move to number 6, canned salmon with bones. This may not be the food most people think of when they imagine joint health, but hidden inside that can lies an incredible secret. It is not just the salmon meat that matters. The real magic comes from the soft, edible bones nestled inside. These bones are a natural treasure chest of collagen, calcium, gelatin, and phosphorus. Exactly the combination your body craves to rebuild damaged cartilage and strengthen joints from the inside out. The problem is that many people throw these bones away without realizing their value. They are not only safe to eat, they are one of the most concentrated natural sources of joint-healing nutrients you can find. A clinical trial published in Nutrients in 2020 put this to the test. Older adults ate salmon with bones 3 times per week for 10 weeks. The results were striking. Knee flexibility improved by 32%, inflammation markers like CRP dropped by 21%, and everyday activities like walking, climbing stairs, or even standing for long periods became noticeably easier. The benefits were especially powerful for those who had struggled with joint pain the longest. Why does this work so well? It comes down to the powerful combination of collagen peptides from the bones and omega-3 fatty acids from the fish. Together, they calm inflammation, repair tissue, and help the body restart its own collagen production naturally. This is not a temporary fix. It is a sustainable way to restore strength and comfort from the inside out. To unlock these benefits, the type of salmon matters. Look for a wild-caught canned salmon with the bones still included. Thanks to the canning process, the bones become soft enough to mash easily into the meat. You do not need to remove them. Simply mix and enjoy. Spread it over toast with avocado, toss it into a fresh salad, or stir it into warm grains with olive oil and herbs. However you choose to prepare it, do not skip the bones. That is where the nutrients live, and that is where your joints find the support they have been waiting for. Pumpkin seeds and canned salmon with bones may seem simple, even ordinary, but when you see what they can do for your joints, you begin to realize that the path to stronger, more flexible movement is not hidden in a pill bottle. It is right there in the foods you eat every day. Healthy Hues Wellness brings these insights not as theory, but as practical, proven steps you can take to give your body the tools it needs to heal and thrive. Thanks to the high heat used in the canning process, the bones in canned salmon become soft enough to mash directly into the meat with just a fork. There is no need to pick them out or throw them away. They blend seamlessly, adding a rich layer of nutrients that most people do not even realize they are missing. You can toss this mixture into a crisp salad, spread it over warm toast with avocado, or stir it into hearty grains with olive oil and fresh herbs. The important part is simple. Do not skip the bones. That is where the true healing power lies. Inside those tiny softened bones live the minerals and collagen that help repair joint tissue, reduce painful swelling, and restore smoother, more stable movement. It is affordable, it is shelf-stable, and it is ready to eat in minutes. For older adults searching for genuine joint support without relying on pills, powders, or complicated meal prep, this makes canned salmon with bones a quiet but powerful ally. Moving on to number 5, chicken skin. For decades, people were told to cut it off, toss it aside, and treat it like the enemy of health. But the truth is, chicken skin is one of the most overlooked sources of natural healing for joints. It is densely packed with type 1 collagen, the very same collagen your body depends on to repair cartilage, strengthen ligaments, and keep the tissue around your joints strong and flexible. In other words, chicken skin provides the raw materials your body needs to ease stiffness, calm inflammation, and bring back the smoother movement you thought you had lost. The science is clear. A large-scale clinical study published in the International Journal of Medical Sciences followed adults over 55 who regularly consumed poultry-based collagen. After just 12 weeks, the results were nothing short of remarkable. Joint discomfort dropped by 40%. Stiffness fell by a third, knee motion, improved ankle swelling eased, and imaging scans even showed significantly less cartilage breakdown. These were not outcomes from fancy supplements or pricey powders. They came directly from everyday meals that included the parts of chicken many people avoid. The preparation makes a difference. Skip the deep fryer, which can damage the delicate collagen and introduce harmful byproducts. Instead, choose gentler cooking methods like baking, roasting, or simmering. These techniques preserve beneficial fats and nutrients while giving your body what it needs without extra burden. Opting for bone-in cuts with the skin still on delivers a double benefit: minerals from the bones and collagen from the skin. You can shred the meat and skin into comforting soups, add them to crisp salads, or simply enjoy them whole. For those who have avoided chicken skin for years, it may feel unusual at first, but the reward is undeniable: smoother steps, less pain, and stronger, more resilient joints. At number 4, we come to gelatin. Gelatin is essentially collagen that has already been broken down, extracted from bone, skin, and connective tissue. Because it is pre-cooked, your body absorbs it quickly and puts it straight to work in your joints, tendons, and ligaments. For people over 60, especially those dealing with slower digestion or persistent inflammation, gelatin functions like a fast-track delivery system for joint repair. Unlike many popular collagen supplements that often pass through without much effect, gelatin is highly bioavailable, meaning it is ready to support healing almost instantly. The impact has been proven. In 2018, a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed adults with mild to moderate joint discomfort who added gelatin to their daily routine. After just 6 weeks, the improvements were undeniable. Joint movement improved by 37%, swelling in knees and ankles dropped by 27%, and MRI scans revealed something extraordinary: visible signs of cartilage thickening. Even more encouraging, many participants began noticing relief within just 2 weeks. This shows us that gelatin is not just about soothing discomfort temporarily. It provides the body with the foundation to strengthen itself from the inside out. It is simple, it is accessible, and it can make a tangible difference in mobility and comfort for those who commit to it. Choose unflavored gelatin made from grass-fed sources, free from artificial flavors or sweeteners. This simple choice makes a difference because it keeps the product pure and highly absorbable. Gelatin dissolves easily into warm liquids like T-bone broth or even a plain cup of hot water, making it effortless to incorporate into your day. If you want to get creative, stir it into soups or stews to give the broth a richer, more nourishing texture. Or take it one step further and turn it into homemade fruit-based gummies, a treat that doubles as a joint supporting tonic. The real secret lies in consistency. Even small servings taken daily can gradually improve joint comfort, reduce stiffness, and support long-term flexibility in a way your body can truly feel. At number 3, we have sardines, bones, and skin included. These small but mighty fish carry a powerhouse of joint healing compounds. Inside each sardine, you find type 1 collagen gelatin, calcium, and phosphorus. Together, these nutrients rebuild worn cartilage cushion, your movements, and soothe the everyday aches that creep in with age. But sardine skin brings an extra advantage. It holds omega-3 fats and elastin, a protein that helps joints remain limber. This duo does more than calm swelling, it actively repairs connective tissue and allows joints to move more smoothly from within. The results have been studied closely. In 2022, research published in the journal Nutrients followed older adults who began eating whole sardines, skin and bones intact 3 times a week. After just 8 weeks, the transformation was clear. Joint discomfort dropped by 29% and swelling in the knees and ankles decreased by 25%. These were not minor changes, they were measurable improvements in mobility and quality of life. To see the same benefits, choose sardines packed in water or extra virgin olive oil. Stay away from those preserved in soybean oil or heavy sauces as they strip away the nutritional value. And do not make the common mistake of discarding the skin or bones. Those are the parts that hold the real joint supporting power. There are many simple ways to prepare them. Mash sardines into avocado and spread them on toast. Stir them into warm rice with lemon and herbs. Toss them into a fresh salad for a protein boost. If the flavor feels too strong, try blending them with plain Greek yogurt and a touch of mustard to create a creamy spread that is mild, flavorful, and still packed with nourishment. Number 2 on our list is bone broth, a traditional remedy with powerful modern relevance. When you simmer animal bones slowly for 12 to 24 hours, they release an extraordinary blend of nutrients. Collagen types I and Ti gelatin, glycine, proline, and a range of essential minerals infuse the liquid. These nutrients form the structural scaffolding your body uses to rebuild connective tissues, keeping joints stable, cushioned, and mobile. For older adults struggling with stiff knees or swelling in the legs, bone broth offers a healing solution that is easy to absorb and completely food-based. No pills required. The impact is impressive. A 2021 study published in Clinical Interventions in Aging tracked seniors who drank just 1 cup of homemade bone broth every day for 12 weeks. The results were profound. Knee and ankle swelling dropped by 44%. Pain and mobility scores improved by 38%. And perhaps most exciting of all, ultrasound scans showed cartilage thickness actually increasing. This rare outcome signals genuine joint repair, not just temporary symptom relief. So why is bone broth more effective than many collagen powders? The answer is simple. You are not only getting collagen, you are also getting the amino acids and minerals that help your body use collagen properly. Most supplements cannot deliver that combination. Making bone broth at home is straightforward, though it does take patience. Use bones rich in connective tissue such as beef knuckles, chicken backs, or turkey necks. Add onion, garlic, herbs, and a splash of apple cider vinegar to help pull the minerals from the bones. Then let it simmer low and slow for half a day or longer. The result is a nutrient-dense broth that not only warms you but nourishes your joints in ways that few foods can. For those short on time, high-quality options are available. Look for fresh or frozen bone broth in your grocery store. Choose varieties with simple ingredients and avoid shelf-stable cartons filled with additives. However you prepare it, bone broth remains one of the most effective and natural ways to reduce inflammation, restore flexibility, and support long-term joint health. Just be sure to avoid shelf-stable cartons filled with additives. The best bone broth is either homemade or bought fresh or frozen free of unnecessary fillers. Heat it gently, sip it plain, or use it to cook grains, steam vegetables, or enrich soups with a nourishing boost. Bone broth is more than comfort food on a cold day. It hydrates tissues, reduces inflammation, restores flexibility, and provides the cushioning your joints need to move comfortably again. And now we arrive at number 1 on the list: beef tendons. At first thought, tendons may not sound like a health food, but when it comes to rebuilding joints from the inside out, they are in a league of their own. The reason is simple. Beef tendons are composed almost entirely of type 1 collagen, the same kind your body relies on to keep skin-firm ligaments strong and bones resilient. When simmered slowly, tendons break down into gelatin and collagen peptides. These compounds are highly absorbable, traveling directly to the places that need repair, most such as worn-out cartilage, inflamed knees, and weakened connective tissue. The science supporting this is impressive. In 2022, a clinical trial published in the Journal of Functional Foods observed older adults who ate beef tendon stew 3 times a week. After just 4 weeks, the results were dramatic. Joint lubrication improved by 63%. Knee stiffness decreased by 41%. Movements became smoother, more stable, and far less painful. But what stood out most were the MRI scans, which revealed actual regrowth of cushioning tissue around key joints. This was not just temporary relief, it was real structural regeneration. To unlock these benefits, tendons require patience and slow cooking. They need 8 to 12 hours simmering in a broth to fully break down into their most absorbable form. Adding ingredients like ginger garlic and a splash of rice vinegar not only enhances flavor but also aids digestion and nutrient release. Once tender and jelly-like tendons can be chopped and stirred into soups served in rice noodle bowls or blended into stews for an extra collagen boost. If the texture is unfamiliar, start small. Combine with soft vegetables or mix into bone broth to ease into it. The flavor is subtle and the benefits are profound. Beef tendons stand among nature's richest sources of collagen, offering a way to support your body without gimmicks or artificial additives. Along with the other foods we have explored, they represent simple, everyday choices that do more than mask pain. They help rebuild joints from the ground up. These 8 foods are proof that your body has the remarkable ability to heal when given the right fuel. With each bite, you provide the building blocks your joints need to restore strength, reduce swelling, and regain flexibility. The journey to better movement and lasting independence does not begin in a pill bottle. It begins in your kitchen, on your plate, and in the choices you make daily. Healthy Hues Wellness shares this because the truth is simple. Your body wants to heal. It only needs the proper nourishment to do so. With these 8 foods, you can take powerful steps towards smoother movement, stronger joints, and a healthier future. Your best steps are still ahead.